Oh, hello. Yes, I'd love to make an order. Coffee. Black, if you don't mind. No, I won't be having any food. Diner food isn't my forte, if you will. If I may, you look absolutely ravishing, my darling. Oh, returning my compliment, are we? Well, isn't someone a flirt? Awfully quiet here tonight, isn't it? Though this area hardly gets much traffic, one could say. Especially with all the accidents happening recently. Oh? Haven't you heard? People have been crashing. Sightings of a mysterious figure in the middle of the road. A few people have even gone missing. Truly a small town mystery, huh? Although, I wouldn't really count Echo Creek as a small town anymore. It's been a while since it could be considered that. Wouldn't you agree? Right. Sorry. I forget how young people are sometimes. Oh, I'm older than I look by a few years, so don't worry. It's a mistake people make often. Though it is quite the compliment, I must say. Now, if you don't mind, I would like my coffee. I have a long night ahead of me. Yes, I work the night shift, one could say. Yes, I'm not the type who enjoys being awake during the day, I must admit. Honestly, the sun is far too bright, and I don't quite see the appeal of a burning ball of fire in the sky. I much prefer the dappling of the moonlight than the harsh gaze of the sun. Oh, well, then that's where we differ, I suppose. You miss the sun, and I despise it. What a pair we make. Wouldn't you agree? Ah, is that my coffee? Thank you. I'll make sure to savour it. Since it's so quiet today, why don't you join me? I would love a chatting partner. I hardly ever get to speak to anyone, and it gets rather boring, I must admit. What do you say? Lovely. So, how long have you been working here at this quaint establishment? Oh, really? Are you enjoying your time here? I must admit, being out here in the middle of nowhere must be relaxing. After all, there can't be many people around. I mean, we're the only ones in this diner, after all. I'd argue there isn't another soul for miles. It's a rather spooky thought, isn't it? The most perfect setting for a horror movie. I joke, of course. After all, horror movies are fiction. Things like vampires don't exist. There's nothing to be afraid of out there. But enough about that. More about you, darling. What's your life like? Do you live in Echo Creek? Oh, really? And do you live there alone? How interesting. It must be hard going home and not having anyone waiting for you. I know I found it incredibly difficult, I must say. No one to yell at you when you've been out too late, or to make you dinner when you come home. Truly is sad. And no one to say if you went missing. It's rather worrying when you think about it like that, isn't it? But I suppose that's just how life is. What a delightful cup of coffee. This roast is exquisite. Yes, I enjoy coffee quite a bit. I'm a picky eater, you see. There's only a few foods I really enjoy consuming. Coffee is one of those. I suppose everyone must have their flaws. And being a picky eater isn't the worst one I could have. Now is it? I'm afraid, however, I must cut our conversation short. I must be going. Tell me, would you mind pointing me in the direction of the main town? It would be incredibly helpful. Uh-huh. Okay. I don't think I quite understand. Maybe you could show me the way for a little while? Yes, I'll be walking. I'm not the type to enjoy motor transport. Really? You'll show me for a while? Oh, thank you, darling. You are a gem. Well, we must be going. After you, darling. I do love the smell of the autumn air. Crisp. Ah, so we agree. Truly, a wonderful scent. Though, there are ones which are far better. For example, the smell of blood is just delightful. It gets the body tingling. There's nothing quite like it. Oh, please don't look at me like that. You'll make me all self-conscious. It's just, when you've been around for as long as me, few things in this world get the body going. And for me, blood is one of those things. I worked very hard to get you out of that stuffy diner. And I'm very hungry. I suppose you don't mind if I have a bite, do you? I mean, I know I said you look ravishing, but truthfully, your smell is so much more delightful. It's giving me goosebumps. I promise it won't hurt. You just need to give me what I want. Come now, don't back away. You know you can't outrun me. That look in your eyes. I'm sure you figured it out by now. You know what I am. You know what I want. So why don't you give it to me? And nobody has to get hurt. And I don't have to make my new suit messy. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we'll be the best of friends. After all, I do enjoy playing with my food, and the taste of fear in one's blood. It makes the experience so much better. So, why don't we get started, darling?